words. Higher time frame candles versus lower time frame candles. Right. So this is really important when you're trying to execute trades, right? This is important in a way that, let's say when you're looking at the 4-hour candle, you're looking at the 4-hour candle and you're like, okay, well, I expect the 4-hour candle to continue moving bullish, and now I want to jump down to the smaller time frames, and I have to figure out what do I need to see in the smaller time frames to execute on the higher time frames, right? Or how does the smaller time frame candles, they create the higher time frame candles? This is the most important part of trading which you will face. Now, once we go into these examples, please don't ask what if this, what if that happens, or what if this happens, and because those are, then once we start talking about what ifs, then there are infinite number of outcomes. So we're just going to talk about what's presented to us. So let's say we have a 4-hour candle right over here, and this 4-hour candle is broken down into 4 1-hour candles, right? So for the 1 hour, for the 4-hour, we made a low, we continued going up, and then we made a high, right? For the 1 hour, so you had 4 1-hour candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, that formed the overall 4-hour candle. So the 1-hour candle started from the bottom, and now we're here. So started from the bottom, it went up, right? So you see how this was the main volume of the 4-hour candle, right? This is the main volume of the 4-hour candle, and after this, the 1-hour candle moved up. You saw that, so you would expect the next 1 hour to continue moving bullish, and you would say, okay, the 4-hour has to move bullish. But since you're waiting for the candles to close, you're looking at the candle here. This candle closed a weak bullish candle, right? What does this mean based on volume? We talked about volume. If you guys have been making notes, I want to know what this means based on volume. Leroy said low volume. I hope he's correct. Well, I guess only Leroy knows the answer out of 300 people here. Awesome, perfect. Indecision, low volume, that's good, right? So guys, listen, I need some interactivity, So now when we're going to go in examples, I'll need a lot of interactivity to keep me engaged, or I'm going to get bored. Perfect. So you had a candle close like that, which meant that there's going to be less volume here now, right? So like, okay, we're going to wait for the next one. Next one also closed with less volume. Like, okay, and then the one after that, it made a high, but it closed like this. I don't know where to message. Oh, if you're in YouTube, you can just measure it in the chat in YouTube, or you can message in the or you can message right over here. Yeah, there are a bunch of questions in the question answer box here on Zoom. I'm probably going to answer them at the very end. Okay, so perfect. So this is how the 4-hour candle closed. So you had a high over here, which was the high over here, and the low down here, and which was the low down here. So just looking at how these candles are formed. So let's move on to our next example here, and let's see what we have in store. So next we have, this is the 4-hour candle, and this is the 1-hour candle, right? So just by looking at the 4-hour candle right now, can someone let me? Where's the chat box? Okay, right here, right? So can you? What's the probability of the next 1-hour candle to go down? It's pretty high, right? Because the 1-hour candles, they kind of like it was bearish. This was kind of like this. This was like a doji candle. This finished bearish like this, closed below these candles, and the 4-hour candle is bearish. So if we're expecting the next 4-hour candle to continue down, which means the next 4 1-hour candles need to form in a way that they will continue moving bearish as well. So if we move forward, we'll see that, okay, 4-hour candle did indeed move bearish. Now we want to see what did we want to see on the 1 hour for it to move bearish. So this is how the 1-hour candle formed, right? So if you notice, the first 1-hour candle, it went all the way down over here and it retraced and went and came all the way back up. The most important